Let me give you a tip right away in the beginning of the video. If you want to blend in with the people of Toronto, never ever pronounce the second T in Toronto. Instead say Toronto. But for this video, I will stick to my natural accent and say Toronto. Friends, Toronto's area is almost equal to that of Mumbai. In this video, I'm going to give you the practical points about the pros and cons of living in Toronto. Make sure you watch the video till the end. My name is Yogesh, you're watching Young Students Abroad. Let's start the video. Enormous job opportunities. Toronto is the industrial backbone of Canada. It is also known as the Silicon Valley of the North. Go to the downtown area and you will probably find the office of any big name in the industry like Google, Uber or Shopify. The economy of Toronto is very stable. This is the reason finding work here is not impossible. There is a constant demand for skilled talent. The Toronto-Waterloo Region Corridor is a 100-kilometer stretch that is the second largest technology cluster in North America. People move from other regions in Ontario to find work in Greater Toronto area. Super easy to get around. Although it can be time consuming, but it is not at all a problem to go from one place to another. Whether it is raining or snowing or is late in the night, in minutes you can get a cab. Also, carpools can save you a lot of money. Toronto is safer than most other cities. One of the reasons why Toronto is ranked as the most livable city is because of the safety that it provides. Toronto ranks number 6 in the world. The crime rate of Toronto is so low that you have almost nothing to fear. Except for a few areas in the city, you can walk alone at night with little worry, and reports are suggesting that the crime rate is falling further. But wisdom suggests keeping one's eyes and ears open wherever you are in the world. Also, if you compare the crime rates of the city of Toronto with other cities such as Vancouver, Montreal, Edmonton, Halifax or Winnipeg, you will find that they are lower in Toronto. Toronto is happening. For those people who like places where there is something going on throughout the year, you will find home in Toronto. Lots of festivals, events, concerts, dance shows, stage performances and sports events are going on year-round. People who like museums or fashion or nightlife will find themselves very much welcome in the city. So Toronto will keep you engaged and you are less likely to get bored. If you want a high standard of living, this is the place to be. One thing that pulls people toward Toronto is the standard of living. Who wouldn't want to live in a comfortable city? It is a very modern city filled with skyscrapers. You will be surprised to see 12-lane highways which are common in Toronto. Higher education is very important in all of Canada. That being said, Toronto is home to some of the best and most important universities in the world. Check out the rankings of University of Toronto. York University and Ryerson University are other prestigious institutions in the area. The best part is you will find that getting into these institutions is not as hard as most of the US universities. Toronto has natural beauty as well. When people think of Toronto, they think of an ultra-modern city with New York-like feel to it. And that is what the internet shows you, which is also true. But there is another side to the story. If you look around you, you will find that it is not all grey. Look at this map of Toronto. You'll notice a lot of green stretches all over the place. These are parks. Some of these parks are very big, so you can go hiking or even camping in them. And surprisingly enough, they can be just a walk away from your office. Those were the pros about Toronto. Now let's talk about the negative aspect of living in the city. Toronto is not so cheap. It is a no-brainer that a city as big as Toronto with such high standard of living comes at a price. Some people say that it is the most expensive city in Canada. Only the rich can buy a house here. Buying a house in the city might be a dream for a very long time, as the prices do not suit average person's budget. The average cost of a detached home can be somewhere around $1.2 million. So renting is your only choice. Even renting is not so cheap. Rents can be as high as $2,000 to $2,200 for one bedroom condo, excluding utilities. If you move out a little bit from the city, rents go down to around $1,500 a month. The second related point is the repair costs. Unlike India or some other South Asian countries, you need to especially take care if you are buying a second-hand car or another vehicle or a smartphone. You do not want to spend on the gadget the same amount of money for which you bought it, do you? Getting a job. We discussed in the positive side of Toronto that there are many opportunities in this futuristic city, but you have to unlock the doors for possibilities. You will certainly find that it is very essential to get Canadian experience or Canadian studies to be considered for jobs. Apart from that, networking is very important, which takes time to build. Finding accommodation. The supply is limited in comparison to the demand of the places available in the city. Most people work in downtown area and want accommodation closer to their workplaces because of the long commute times and traffic in the city. So many people may be applying for the same place like you, and it could take months to get the place that fits your needs and budget. Another problem that you might face is that parking spots are not easily available. If available, they are very expensive. That being said, there are exceptions sometimes, but we are discussing the broader picture. It is crowded. You should understand that Toronto moves at a fast speed. Everybody is in a rush. If you take a moment and stand still during rush hour, you will find overwhelming number of people moving here and there. While lining up for the bus, you may face a bit of pushing as every person wants to get in first just because of the sheer crowd. You also have to plan extra half an hour as detours are common and the bus might have to take a longer route. It feels lonely in Toronto. Although full of crowd, Toronto is a place that might make you feel lonely. People are always in a rush to get to where they are going. Everybody is striving to reach their lofty goals. You will be quick to notice this work culture in Toronto. Making friends can be quite a challenge. You might feel that people are dry. They will surely help you if you ask for it, but not more than that. Be ready to accept that everyone on the train or the bus will be too busy in their phones rather than anything else. So how do people get over this kind of problem? They usually use online platforms such as meetup.com because it lets you find friends by common interests. You should also go ahead and join Facebook groups of communities of your interest. Traffic and long commute times. Torontonians have an average commute time of 65 minutes. Local people are always complaining about the public transport system, which is known as TTC. Toronto has 8 to 12 lane highways, but even that does not solve the problem of traffic. However, if you get used to TTC, you might save some time from your daily schedule. It is cold. December, January and February are the coldest months of the year. Temperatures can reach to -24 or -30 degrees Celsius. People do not come out much in this kind of weather and social activities come to a pause. That is why many people feel depressed staying indoors most of the time. You will find it very windy and snow sticks around the tall buildings, making it even colder. And if you are waiting for the streetcar, you will be frozen. Make sure to have the jacket that covers your knees as well. Less savings compared to other cities. Because of the fact that you will be spending a great deal of money on rents, traveling, higher taxes, groceries, you will end up spending more than you would have if you lived in a smaller city, which will leave you with less savings. Well, that's it for this video today. If you're liking these videos, I would love you to become a channel subscriber. Also like the video if you did like it. Make sure to tell me in the comments what kind of videos would you like to see in future, and I will try to create them. My name is Yogesh. You are watching Young Students Abroad.